everybody, welcome back to Film Freaks. I'm Megan, and today I'm going to give you 8 of the most popular scary movies from 1998. So if you're in the mood for a little bit of horror, a little bit of nostalgia, you've come to the right place. Before we get started, please show your support for my channel by hitting that like and subscribe button. All right, let's get into it. First up, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. The murderous fisherman is back with his hook and raincoat to enact vengeance on the remaining people who hit him and left him for dead the previous summer, killing anyone who gets in his way, while at the same time leaving notes so that everyone knows that he still knows what they did last summer. So yeah, honestly, this one was definitely campy and over the top. I mean, even the name was kind of silly, but it has some good scares to it. So overall, it makes for a fun horror movie to watch on a scary movie night with friends. Now, Brandy, who starred in this movie, was actually afraid of Muse Watson, who plays the killer fisherman. So he had to sit with her and kind of calm her down and reassure her he really was not that bad. Okay, next up, The Faculty. After witnessing the murder of the school nurse only to see her alive again, Casey, the quintessential high school nerd and newspaper photographer, decides to investigate to see what's really going on. So I really like this movie, and I love the fact that they kind of do like a little twist on teen horror. Instead of it being a killer on the loose, it's aliens trying to take over. I also enjoy a good Easter egg, and there's a scene in this movie where the main characters agree to take a drug test which will determine which of them are infected with the alien. This is paying homage to the blood test scene in The Thing. Okay, up next, Disturbing Behavior. Steve Clark is the new kid in school and befriends social outcasts Gavin and Rachel. Gavin is convinced something nefarious is responsible for the rise of the Blue Ribbons, a group of kids who wear matching jackets and are obnoxiously perfect. Steve and Rachel laugh off Gavin's theory until one day Gavin comes to school with a new haircut and wardrobe and embraces the Blue Ribbons. From that point on, Steve and Rachel must find out what is turning outcasts into Stepford students before they're next. Okay, I remember being like super excited to see this one, especially because there was the music video from The Fly's Got You Where I Want You, where it played scenes from the movie, and James Marsden and Katie Holmes were both in it. I still love that song, honestly. I actually listened to it the other day. Okay, next up, John Carpenter's Vampires. A vampire hunter and his team hunt down a master vampire known as Valak and his vampire minions, only to learn that they are after more than just blood. They are in search of a cross that will aid them in completing a ritual that would make them immune to sunlight. I thought this one was really cool. I mean, I know it's not the best vampire movie ever, but overall I thought it was pretty awesome. I'm also a huge James Woods fan, and he did not disappoint in this one. Now, I did have the opportunity to meet John Carpenter once at this convention called Monster Mania, and I have a tendency to lead with sarcasm when I get really nervous, so I get up there to meet him, he shakes my hand, asks me my name, and I respond with, "I'm Megan, and you are?" And he looked at me like, "How the f*** do you not know who I am?" So the staff laughed, him not so much. Sorry, John Carpenter. Okay, next up, keeping with the vampire theme, Blade. Blade is the only thing that stands between humans and the vampires that hunt them. So I remember seeing this one in theaters. I thought it was amazing. I was completely blown away with the soundtrack, the story, the acting, everything. I thought it was so good. I did hear that they're remaking this one. I really don't know why. I think Wesley Snipes was absolutely amazing as Blade, but apparently they just remake everything now. Cool thing about this movie, the character of Quinn, who is Deacon Frost's best friend, right-hand man, whatever, he actually had a much smaller role. But the actor who played him, Donald Logue, was so funny on set that they wrote him a bigger part. Okay, up next, Urban Legend. A group of college students are hunted down and killed in bizarre methods linked to urban legends. So I really like the idea of a horror movie being based around urban legends. I just think there's something so cool about a story being passed down over time and kind of getting a life of its own. Yes, of course, the whole plot of a killer on the loose is kind of redundant. Overall, I think the movie holds water and definitely makes for like a good scary movie night. Okay, up next, Halloween H2O. It's been 20 years since her friends were murdered on Halloween night. Since then, Laurie Strode, fearing for her safety and those she loves, faked her own death and resides as the dean of a private school and goes by the name Carrie Tate. However, Michael Myers has tracked her and her son down, and she must once again face off against her brother. Okay, so I really like this movie, and I know it's controversial to say, but personally, I like the whole Michael Myers and Laurie Strode are brother and sister plot twist. I think it makes for a really cool storyline. Fun fact about this one, Jamie Lee Curtis's mother was also in this, and of course we all know Janet Leigh from the infamous shower scene in the original Psycho. The remake to Psycho also came out in 1998. However, it is not on this list because it is a terrible, terrible movie. Having said that, still love Vince Vaughn. He is a comedy gem. Okay, number 8 and the last one on the list, Bride of Chucky. Chucky is back, and this time he's not alone. With his girlfriend Tiffany also embodying a doll, the two go on a twisted, romantic killing spree across country. Of all the movies on this list, this one is by far my favorite. I think that Brad Dourif once again does an amazing job as Chucky, and adding Jennifer Tilly to the mix just makes it that much better. Brad Dourif has even said this one was his favorite Chucky movie until doing Curse of Chucky, which also stars his daughter Fiona. So what do you guys think of the most popular horror movies of 1998? I swear, to me, there's just something about the 90s that make these so much fun to watch. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and please be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so you never miss a new video. Bye, film freaks.